Hey yo!
Yeah.
Oh man, welcome back. We got another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast here. You got your boy Lawrence, Kenny, Phil, and Neil. Oh my goodness. Playoffs. Playoffs is here.
Playoffs.
Can't wait.
To watch on the couch.
Oh wow. Wow, okay.
It wasn't me.
Let's keep it there for the whole episode because I'm gonna be right up there.
Hey,
What y'all, man? How y'all feeling on this blessed Wednesday, man?
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. We got the bets going. Legalized mobile sports betting.
Yeah.
It's here.
It's the worst thing they could have done for me.
Worst thing they could have ever done for me. I'm addicted. It's all right though. Rams in the playoffs. Won the division. Backed our way in. It's all good. Got smoked by the 49ers again. It's all good though.
What about you, Phil? How you feeling, man?
Hey, pretty good myself. I'm not usually the betting person, but couldn't turn down free money from FanDuel and others, and now I place a bet almost every day. So pretty sure I have a problem, but hey, we'll work through it. You know that the FanDuel screen when it pops up, it gives like the numbers and everything. Skip every time. It's like call this number.
Yo, listen.
Yeah.
You low key sounded like you had a problem. Like as soon as you started saying that,
I was like, we need to remove Phil from that.
I don't normally place bets, but now I'm placing a bet every single day.
Call the hotline 1-877 Hope New York.
Does it pop up for you guys on FanDuel too every time you open it up?
Yeah. It's for everybody.
That's
We're
for
good.
everybody.
Yeah.
That's like part of the reason they get it.
Right. Patriots made the playoffs after a 1-year hiatus, so shout out to that. Also pulled off the improbable last weekend. That's why I have this on me right now.
What's that?
It's a W, sir.
For what?
For a certain competition we've been going on for the last 18 weeks. But I'm pretty sure we'll touch on it later.
I realize that. I just want to point that out to everyone. Now, guys, everybody here right now, whenever we do the pick'ems, right? Like if I notice that people haven't filled it out, I send a text message in the group chat, right? I've done it on Thursdays, on Saturdays, right? I've done it. I've sent out a reminder text. Well, regardless, we all know how much Phil loves these pick'ems because he brings them up out of nowhere like he just did for no reason. So we know Phil was checking that thing every 5 minutes, and he saw that none of us filled out our pick'ems. And instead of having integrity and saying, "Hey guys, don't forget to fill out the pick'ems," he said, "I'm gonna just not let anyone fill it out and win by default, so I can go on the podcast to brag about it."
I mean,
that is a valid point.
If you want to flashback to last podcast, we have the reel on our IG account. You were dead set on winning this week,
right?
So.
Okay, but what's that got to do with what I just said? You saw that it wasn't filled out.
Wait, Kenny, you didn't place your pick'ems in?
That's on you. You fill it out every week.
I put it in on my other one. I forgot to put it on the IBTE one. I don't care because what do we get out of it? Nothing. But my point is for someone who is so proud of these pick'ems, you'd think that he would have been like, "Oh, guys, you didn't fill them out." No, instead, Phil wanted to win like a sucker, just like the Patriots. He had to cheat his way into winning.
Sucker.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hold it down.
Where's the reminder
Hold
this
it
week?
down. This is the energy that we need. Playoffs is here.
He
Yes, sir.
He sends a reminder every week. Where's the reminder this week? You just forgot to send a reminder of the last week of the season, apparently?
I haven't placed the pick'ems in.
Clearly I did because I didn't do it. Clearly.
The most important week of the pick'ems. You just said, "Hey, let's."
I wouldn't have expected anybody to remind me
About
because I haven't done a pick'em in like 6 weeks. So
that's a fact. You haven't.
because I don't give a fuck.
We'll take the W. I'm just happy I got it.
I mean, good for you,
We'll
but
take
no
it.
one cares about it.
Oh, Vicente. Oh, Vicente. Oh, chill out. Listen.
Crazy thing, right, bro?
Be a stand-up commissioner. We got the league rolling. We don't need to bring that energy. Just know I won. Cooper Cup, shout out to you,
You won that league?
How are you doing, Kenny?
Yeah,
I'm doing wonderful. I just wanted to point that out. For someone who cares so much about pick'ems, you sure had to win an ass-backwards way. I wouldn't be proud of it.
Ass backwards, Phil.
Hey, a win is a win. So
I mean, that
I can't, babysit you throughout everything. So
Oh,
that's on
shit.
you.
Oh, shit.
okay. Like I said,
Fight
Shit.
back.
if that's how you want to win, that's fine by me. Makes a lot
Oh,
about your
shit.
character, man.
He pulled an Indianapolis Colts on us the final week of the season, so
It is what it is.
you know,
I mean,
it is what it
Oh
is.
shit!
There's always next
Let's
year.
go. Let's get it, man.
But you know what's crazy? At the end of the day, what did you get for it? That wooden W that you had to spend your money on?
Yes.
Woo!
Oh shit!
I also have a wooden L if you want me to deliver to you if you want.
Oh shit!
Look at how much time this guy takes out of his day. I live in his head. Not even rent free because he spent money on those things.
That's fine. I make enough to spend it on whatever I want.
Like think about it. Not even rent free because he went and spent money on those things.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Pick'ems.
Oh my goodness.
It's all about the pick'ems, boys.
Oh my
Anyways.
goodness. Listen, man, if you tune in right now, man, welcome to IBTE
probably
Sports
will, Rick. Thank
Podcast
you.
again. Because listen, that was like some prequel, just craziness. Phil used us out the gate today. This is what we need every show. You feel me? You came in and went at everybody. So, oh man, he said right know when you send it. He said deliver it. But man, where you guys want to start tonight? We got a lot to unpack. Just from closing out the season. I mean, you got the playoffs and everything.
I'd say that
Football.
I'd probably say that just to start it out, I'm just gonna say that I think the Pittsburgh Steelers might be the worst football team to ever make the playoffs. I just
We can say that, but they got
analytically, offensively, they are the worst team to ever make the playoffs. Defensively, they're okay, obviously, but offensively, I won't be surprised, honestly, if they might score 6 points in the playoff game against the Chiefs. 6 points, I'd say.
Imagine if they go and beat the Chiefs. Imagine.
I
They
mean,
won't.
hey, Big
They're
Ben's
not
last
going
run.
to.
Who knows?
They're gonna need TJ Watt to have like 5 sacks.
Right. The NFL loves a story. So
There's a piece of me that wants to do a futures bet on the Steelers to win the Super Bowl because like there just has to be something working in their favor because do you understand all the things that had to go perfect for them to make the playoffs?
Right.
Like
The Browns
Colts had to
the
lose the
Browns
last 2 weeks.
the Ravens
they
had
had to beat the
destruct.
Browns, had to beat the Ravens, and then you can't have a tie, and that game almost ended in a tie. Like, do you understand how perfect things had to go and it did? Like, I don't know.
They had a 10% chance going into Sunday.
it was a Buffalo Wild Wings effect. So they just called them up, placed an order, got the playoff seed done.
Like, that's wild.
Oh man. But now you said you said Duval. Jacksonville.
Duval.
I just can't just grasp like teams that go in and play in games like that. Why can't you play like that consistently?
They're literal clowns in the stand as well.
I'm just confused.
Literal.
Like I don't get it. You do all of this to just crush somebody's playoff hopes, but you don't even fight once people are punching your face in week 1 through 17.
They don't have nothing matters, man. You got to think about it. Like, it don't matter.
The only thing you can maybe say is that for the first 15 weeks they did have Urban Meyer as their coach, and like
I was gonna mention
maybe you
that,
just couldn't play. Like the guys didn't get up for him. Like I don't know. That's all I can think of.
I was thinking the same thing.
What's good, Sean? What's good, man?
They
Red, white, and Bills in the building.
They didn't have
Shout
much
out.
to play for. They didn't like their coach. I mean, after the losses started stringing together, they're like, fuck this, you know. And then last game of the season, they have a chance to knock out a division rival from going into the playoffs. And, yeah, and it happens. So,
What do y'all think this says about there's a lot of Eagles fans is like, who told you so about Carson Wentz? What do y'all think it says about the Colts?
shit, man. I mean, you gotta also look at the fact that, I mean, what did Jonathan Taylor have? 30 yards? You know, when it came time to show up, your MVP candidate, you know, your big time player didn't do anything. You know, he did nothing in that game. So you sure you can put it all on Carson Wentz, but I mean, Carson Wentz had a couple picks, but all year long, the way that Carson Wentz, you know, when the Colts started winning games, Jonathan Taylor took the burden off his shoulder. And now when it comes time for it to happen again, Jonathan Taylor disappears. Now you look at Carson Wentz and you say to him, you know, what do you want me to do, coach? You know, I can do all I can do. So
That's true.
Jonathan Taylor just lost the MVP last week because he, in the most important game of the year, he disappeared. Like, I mean, obviously teams are going to scheme for that, but if you're the MVP, that
You
you
go
can't have that
somehow.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If you're the
gotta
MVP,
show
you still go for 10 catches, 118 yards, and a
Like
touchdown.
if Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady had a game like that, they'd be headline news. But because Jonathan Taylor's a running back, we're not going to, because it makes sense. We're not going to talk about it. But if you're going to be the MVP conversation, we got to take this into consideration.
Jonathan Taylor, he had 17 carries for 77 yards.
Right. By his
No
standards,
catches
though,
or anything?
that's good.
Probably no catches.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's
No, he had 3 catches, 18 yards. My fault.
so he didn't even get to 100 yards.
Yeah.
Right.
Oof.
And he touched the ball 20 times.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
acceptable.
I mean, everything just went wrong for Indy that game. O-line, one of the best in the league, was getting destroyed by Jacksonville. The defense was out too long. Just the worst possible scenario for Indy. And they had like the best possible scenario to get in the playoffs. All they had to do was beat the Jaguars, and then they just crumbled like that. So
I think when you go
Scary.
into games like that, it's like you know how hungry they like the other team knows the agenda, and you're like, all we gotta do is not lose.
Right.
And the whole game is don't lose, don't lose, don't lose. Then you're down by a field goal. Then you're down by a touchdown. Then it's 23-3 in the third quarter or whatever it was.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like a lot of people don't think about. A lot of people, obviously, the people that aren't athletes, don't think about the mentality that goes into playing in a game like that. Like for example, you look at the Rams 49ers game. The 49ers have beat the Rams 6 times in a row. You don't think when the Rams are up 17-0, sitting in there, they're like, oh damn, we're up 17-0, but you know we haven't beat this team in a mad long. And then next thing you know, they lose the game. So you're sitting there the whole game thinking about the same thing. We just can't lose. Like Lauren said, we just can't lose. And we get in the playoffs. We can't lose. We get in the playoffs. And then they end up losing because they're too busy focused on the little shit that doesn't matter.
Right.
Exactly. That they don't remember how to play the game. So,
Yeah.
Right.
So Lawrence's point about that, so to me, some of it's got to fall back on coaching because do you maybe come out a little too conservative because again, you're just trying to not lose. You're not trying to
100%. And that's
you know,
exactly what happened. I feel like they didn't come out, they came out kind of meh, like
Exactly.
even
All
the
they was
announcers said it during the game. They're like, what are the Colts doing?
Right. There were no splash play attempts.
Right.
Everything was like, we're just going to give it to Jonathan Taylor. We're going to dink and dunk.
Yep.
Well, now when the Jaguars are up by double digits on you, you didn't game plan for this to happen. So what do you do? And I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
So again, it's very easy to scapegoat Carson Wentz, but I can't put this game on him really at all. I mean, yes, he didn't play great, but who did play great? No one was there for him.
Right.
The top receiver was Michael Pittman, yet again.
But Michael Pittman got all that in garbage time.
Yeah, I think he got a touchdown late in the game.
It was 26-3 when he scored his touchdown.
So my thing too is what about their defense?
Well, their defense was good all year, right? I mean, not all year, but they started to really turn it on towards the end. I think they led the league in turnovers. Was Darius Leonard active for the game?
Yeah,
I thought he was either hurt or
he's been banged up all year though.
I mean, they had all these great wins against Buffalo and other teams, and then
he's gonna be injured for pretty much every game for his career. He's undersized. Yeah, he's literally a toothpick.
When it comes down to that game, honestly, the way you look at that game is who wanted it more, and Jacksonville wanted the game more than the Colts did. So that's all I really got to say about that. Jacksonville wanted the game more. They wanted to knock out the division opponent more, and they did. And
if I'm a coaching candidate, I loved what I saw out of Jacksonville though because they're going to fight. And you saw Trevor Lawrence had a Trevor Lawrence game. Trevor Lawrence has been mediocre all year, which is to be expected for where he was at. But that was a great game by Trevor Lawrence. And if I'm a coaching candidate, I'm excited if I get the Jacksonville job.
Great way to end his rookie season. Just a little bit of momentum going into next season.
Yeah, Lawrence, I mean, sometimes you say, fight back. You got to fight back. And Colts did not fight back.
Yeah, they got cooked up. For sure.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
They got cooked by the team whose fans were cheering for the owners to be fired midway through and during interviews during the game.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that. People are going in the clown suits and shit. Now going to another AFC matchup, playoff implication, the Raiders and the Chargers. What'd you guys think about that game?
Game of the year.
Get one of the games of the year. Right.
No, that's the game of the year.
Oh,
that was the game of the year.
Yeah, for sure. And the NFL, they got it right. I don't know, they had to be counting their lucky stars that the Jaguars did the impossible, that the Steelers won the game because that game could have meant literally nothing.
Right.
But they got it right, and those two teams delivered. That was a phenomenal game.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal game. And, you know, what does it say? What's it say about the Raiders and their head coach that they don't have, right? Like,
Well, that's their head coach.
They played half the season without a head coach. And what's this mean for him? Is he going to be brought back next year as their head coach?
He's got it.
You know?
I think.
Also,
how do you fire that guy?
Could he be a potential coach of the year candidate? Go with everything.
I don't
Raiders
think
did?
so.
I think you can't just because he didn't coach all year.
Yeah, you can't. Plus,
I
mean,
I just think it was, with all that controversy and stuff. I think he at least deserves like a nod, at least, or at least.
Oh yeah,
be part of
like
the conversation.
he should get some consideration, but I wouldn't give it to him because he didn't coach the whole season.
Yeah, we'll talk about end of the year awards later in the show.
Right.
But and for everybody though who's like saying, oh, if Staley doesn't call a timeout, they take a tie. I still find that hard to believe because let's just run through the scenario. If they take a tie, the Raiders are now the 7th seed and have to go into Arrowhead next week. Who in their right mind wants to play Patrick?
They knew they didn't want to do that. They knew they didn't want to do that.
So what are they at number 6 right now?
Yeah.
Yep. They're going to.
I mean, the Raiders could have spiked it too. You could at the end of the game. Eckler was talking to
The
I
player
forget who he was talking to. He was talking to somebody, and he asked
yeah.
him. He's like, "Were you guys gonna take a knee?" And he said, "Yeah." Or
it looked like
he said
looked
either
like he said,
or he said nah. What like
right? But you could see Eckler's reaction was like, "What?
like oh
really?"
yeah, he's like fuck yeah. So I mean, they definitely the fact that they wanted to tie was definitely a part of it, but
they were in field goal range already. It would have been a deep field goal, but would have been like a 55-yarder. So I don't think. And it's a division opponent. Like, are you gonna literally concede to let your division opponent get in the playoffs?
No way.
No. Like, I know we all joked about it, but no one actually thought that was real.
I know Pittsburgh Steelers fans were on the edge of their seat the entire game, especially near the end, just
How
sweating.
about the one Steeler fan in attendance? They kept handing to him. That was great.
that was like the Texans Titans game. They had like 25 plus Chiefs fans there rooting for the Texans because if the Texans won, the Chiefs got the first seed. So they had a bunch of Chiefs fans there.
I'm glad you brought that up because I got a question for you guys. The Titans, are they the worst number 1 seed in NFL history? And I'm not saying it because they're bad, but just like in recent history, tell me a team that's worse than them was once. And I'm not saying that their back's clear; they're good. They got the 1 seed.
No, I think they're very good, and not only are they very good, but I don't. Not only are they very good, if I'm in the AFC, I do not want to see them with Derrick Henry at all. Not their defense.
Well,
their defense is
You got Derrick Henry like this and shit.
Yeah.
No, that's a fact. With
They're like 6 8 weeks off.
He's like cracking his neck and shit.
You got Derrick Henry with fresh, off like a
practicing this the
brand
whole
new
time.
season.
But like usually, you get a 1 seed and it's like, I don't know, you feel like they're almost like the favorite. Like I feel like the Titans are being overlooked. Like if they made it to the Super Bowl, it should be expected because of the 1 seed, right? But I think if they get to the Super Bowl, it would be a surprise.
Yeah, I mean to that point, they're definitely not favors by any chance or by any odds at all. Obviously, if you're a Titans fan, you're picking your team to go to the Super Bowl. But if I'm looking at that AFC right now, I think they beat the Chiefs honestly because they match up very well against the Chiefs, and we've seen it already this year.
Yeah.
So my thing too, right, is you're saying like just how it's the Titans and the seeded 1. I think it's more of people having favorites and not letting them go.
Yeah,
regardless of like whatever the seeding is, because say the Titans are playing like the Packers are. Packers are playing incredible with Aaron Rodgers. I think no matter
it's still the Titans.
They would be like, it's still the Titans. We're gonna pick 3 other teams in the AFC.
Well, and plus, it's this in the AFC, for example, you have the Mahomes and Chiefs effect. Who everybody says they're a dynasty. They're gonna go to 5 straight Super Bowls. They're gonna do all this. They're gonna be the Tom Brady and the Patriots of New Year and all that shit. And you get that shit drilled in your head no matter which sports center, Fox Sports, anything you listen to, any national sports media you listen to says the same thing. Chiefs, they're number 1. Chiefs are number 1. So you look at somebody else other than the Chiefs and you're like, okay.
Look, I completely hear you guys, but like without Derrick Henry, because I'm just saying where they are right now. Like obviously it's going back to be different, but as they are today, without Derrick Henry, okay, they have the win over the Rams, they have the win over the Colts, who didn't make the playoffs, but they also lost to the Texans. They got pounded by the Patriots. They lost to the Steelers, and they just struggled with the Texans. So I get what you guys are saying, but they're not playing like the Packers. They're not playing like the Chiefs. Like, this is what they're playing like.
Yeah.
So
Right.
today,
Yeah, I mean, you
Plus,
look
Ryan
at
Tannehill's been up and down the entire season because he's been very consistent this year.
you got AJ Brown, who's a top 10 wide receiver in the league. At least he showed it towards
is
the
AJ
end.
Brown ever going to play a full game?
When healthy.
Okay, he just did it the last game of the season.
He was out. He was out for a little bit.
They
AJ
got
Brown can't play full game.
Julio came back, and he, I mean, sure, you can say what you want about him, but he's still there. And
That's
even without Derrick Henry, you look at the teams that they played without Derrick Henry. They played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They played 5 playoff teams and 2 potential playoff teams based off win-ins or loses. The Dolphins could have made the playoffs, so they didn't fuck up, and the Saints could have made the playoffs, so the Rams won. So you look at who they beat, and they beat all those teams, and that's without Derrick Henry. So now you get the leading rusher in the NFL.
They lost to the Patriots, and they lost to the Steelers, who you just said are the worst playoff team ever.
They are the worst playoff team ever, but they still play.
But that's my point, though. So, see, they have their high spots, but they have severe lows.
But what I'm saying is that they did all of this without their guy, right? You take away your Jonathan Taylor from the Colts, for example, and you see what happens. You lose to the Jaguars. You take away your Derrick Henry from the Titans, and you see what happens. They have their highs, they have their lows.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until recently, till Deontay Foreman started to get going, right? Like Deontay Foreman, it took him a little bit to get acclimated to that offense. You know, they threw in Adrian Peterson for some reason. You know, they had some other guys come in. What was that? Westbrook was his name? What? I don't even know.
Westbrook Akina.
Yeah, they had him, and they finally got their guy in Foreman, who is going to be a starting running back next year for somebody's team because he is going off this year towards the end here.
Wait, I thought Westbrook was a receiver.
Who's their running back that they had? He's like
you had
McNichols.
Yeah,
that's who it was.
I was like Westbrook is the receiver.
Yeah, wasn't McNichols injured though, like all year?
No, he just got hurt maybe 2 weeks after Derrick Henry.
Also with the Patriots game, I mean, there's a lot of people off for the Titans that game. No AJ Brown, no Julio, but they did underperform. But they were missing a lot of weapons in that game against the Bengals.
But this has been the MO for these guys all year. Like, I know we don't even know. Like, yes, Derrick Henry can come back. There's no guarantee Derrick Henry is coming back.
Yeah,
if Derrick Henry does come back, are we going to give him 100% workload? Is he really 100%? AJ Brown, he's been playing. Has he been 100%? He was against the Niners. I haven't seen him be 100% since the game against the Niners. Julio Jones, I love him to death. I hate when people give him the injury-prone title. But this year, he's barely played. When he has played, he hasn't made a significant impact. He just scored his first touchdown in Week 18. So, again, I'm not saying that it's a bad team. I'm just saying when it comes to picking a team coming out of the AFC, I don't have the Titans at number 1. I probably don't have them at number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the Titans like this. I look at them as physical and well-coached team. And they are the type of team that gets you – they run the type of offense. They have the type of defense that can get you through the playoffs. Right, you look at this time of the year, you look at what you need. You need big guys up front that can push around the offensive line. And then you look at the other side, you need a big offensive line and a strong run game to get you through the game. You know, you score, give your guy the ball, and let the clock run out. That's the type of team they have, and they're very well coached. Mike Vrabel has those guys drilled down very well. So, maybe they're not. Momentum. Sure, maybe they're not the number 1 seed that you guys all want or expect. They're not the Patty Mahomes, the Tom Brady's, the Aaron Rodgers. But hey, man, whatever they did worked because they got the number 1 seed and they were without their guy for half the season. And they, like Kenny said, AJ Brown was also hurt for a long part of the season, and Julio Jones was also out for a long part of the season. Yeah. And these guys found a way to make it work. So
100%. But if you're a team that's not the number 1 seed and you have to go into Tennessee, are you as petrified as you have been in recent years having to go into Arrowhead and play them? That's my question.
Well, I mean,
for me it depends. Who's actually playing or not, to be honest. But right now with no Derrick Henry, I'm not.
I'm not looking at Ryan Tannehill and saying, oh boy, we got to face Ryan Tannehill. Yeah. Obviously, I'm more scared of facing Patrick Mahomes, but at the end of the day, you still have to play a great team, and I think that actually works to their benefit in the playoffs. People are going to overlook them. Oh, we get to go play the Titans, the number 1 seed. We get to go to Tennessee. They don't have home field advantage. They're going to get into Tennessee and they're going to get whooped because they're going to overlook them. They don't realize what type of physical, strong, fast defense that they have. I mean, I saw it firsthand. They sacked Matthew Stafford 4 times in the first quarter.
Simmons is that guy.
He was leading the league in sacks at one point.
And I'm not disagreeing. I just, like I said, I feel like in recent memory, they're probably the worst 1 seed I can think of in recent memory. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying they're not a good team. 12-5, they're a 1 seed. They are a good team.
You want to talk about a seed that doesn't fit the team? How about the fucking 49ers getting in at the 7th seed? Now that if you looking at or the 6th seed, right? 6th seed. I'm sorry.
6. Yep.
If you're the Dallas Cowboys, you're shitting yourselves right now. If you're looking at teams that you wanted to play in the playoffs, you do not want to play that 49ers team. They are going. I'm ready to fucking lay a bet down. Everything. They are going to go into Dallas and they're going to fuck them up. They are going to destroy the Dallas Cowboys. It might not represent on the scoreline, but I'm talking physically. They are going to fuck the Cowboys up. I'm seeing Dak's gonna be running for his life.
Debo might listen. Debo it might go for 200.
Debo, do you realize against the Rams, Debo almost passed? He passed for a touchdown, and rushed for a touchdown, and caught a touchdown.
Yeah, he that guy. Yeah, he's a football player.
Yep.
He can do everything.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking at the NFC now, the way that it shook up, and shit, it's anybody's game over there, to be honest with you.
It's crazy out there. Good luck.
It is anybody's game in the NFC.
Except for one team.
No, I mean, the Eagles, I feel like the Eagles could do something.
Well, let me tell you something. Don't be surprised if the Eagles beat Tampa Bay next.
Hold on. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to the playoff matchups. Okay, going too fast.
That little teaser keep y'all tuned in.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, I would not be surprised. I talked to my dad on the phone today because he was asking me about the playoff matchups, and I wouldn't be surprised. Now, hopefully, what I just said about the 49ers doesn't happen if the Eagles win. Because if we beat the Cardinals, the Rams, and the 49ers beat the Cowboys, and the Eagles beat the Bucs, then we got to play the 49ers. Again. For the third time this year, looking to go 0-7 against them in the last meetings.
We've seen it happen last year. Maybe the third game is the game you guys need to win. It's possible in the playoffs.
So I hope that doesn't happen. If Philadelphia beats the Bucs, I'm praying to God that the Cowboys do something. Because I'd rather go to Green Bay than play the 49ers.
Bro,
call me crazy.
We're going to listen. We're going to get there, bro. We're going to get
there. Pure desperation.
Oh, my goodness. Coaches finally got fucking fired. Well, the coaches that should, and then there's one that people are saying that shouldn't have. So what you guys think of the 4 coaches that got fired so far?
Every coach that got fired deserved it except for Brian Flores. But
absolutely
better off for Brian Flores. We might be in the market for a defensive coordinator after this year. So
forget defensive coordinator. He's getting another head coach.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about him taking one for the team.
No.
Becoming a defensive coordinator.
Why does he need to take one for the team?
Yeah, don't you got a great defense and a great DC already, right?
No, Raheem Morris is out.
What you mean? Hold on. We might have to go back into the podcast
flashback
from the beginning of the season. This defense is about to be crazy.
Yeah,
we got this guy.
Neil didn't like Raheem Morris until week 10 because that's when Raheem Morris turns it on. Is after week 10. We had the whole discussion in the podcast or in the
that's right
about it
he didn't turn it on.
No, he did. He did until we won 6 in a row, but then we got the 49ers have the ball with 1 minute and 20 seconds with no timeouts and drive 89 yards and score a fucking touchdown and then beat us in overtime. So yeah, Raheem Morris. If I could get Brian Flores.
But you're not going to because he's going to head coach.
I know. He definitely deserves to be head coach.
Here's what's going to happen. He's either going to be a head coach or he's going to sit the year out.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's still in Chicago at this moment as we speak.
So. Dolphins love the blitz.
Bro, that's all they do. It's so crazy to me that he got fired. Like
that must be so disheartening to the Dolphins players.
He's got to be everyone's first. Even the Raiders, who I said should hire their interim coach, the head coach,
He would
Brian
be
Flores in for an interview.
Let me tell you what, the only reason that he wouldn't go over there is because they're all offensive coaches over there. So they kind of want to hire an offensive head coach to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, but Staley's not head coach or not an offensive.
And
coach.
look what happened to him.
No, right.
They
he
missed
was right
the playoffs.
No, you're
They
right,
missed
but
the
I'm just saying.
playoffs. So that's what I'm saying. They look at the AFC, they look at that division, and you see offensive.
But they're not
prowess all
offensive
over.
because the only offensive head coach they had there is Andy Reid. Because Versace is a special teams coordinator who's
He doesn't count.
interim head coach.
Fangio was
Okay.
defensive,
But
wasn't he?
Gruden
Okay,
was
but-
an offensive head coach before he did his fuck shit.
But what's he been doing? So it's not like he's been relevant. Like no one was afraid of the Raiders. So they have 4 coaches in that division, and one of them was an offensive head coach that was relevant, Andy Reid. Because John Gruden's Raiders stunk. Vic Fangio was a defensive coordinator, and Staley is also a defensive coordinator.
And you look at the offensive coaches that were there, they made the playoffs. So.
One offensive coach out of 2.
Well, you never know with him, man. His special teams, maybe a little offensive as well.
Or it could be a little defensive as well. So what are you saying?
Exactly.
Wait.
So he's got a mixture of all.
Wait.
He's got a mixture of
You
all.
just said that
Wait.
head coaches in that
Time out. Let's roll back. I'm trying to keep up.
Rewind.
Here. Okay, so the Raiders. You talking about the Raiders head coach?
So
Yeah,
I
the
was saying
special teams
that Brian Flores would be a great candidate for the Raiders head coaching job. I feel like that team fits him well. But
Yeah.
the way I look at that division is you need an offensive head coach in order to compete.
Remember what happened the last time a special teams coach became a coach?
What
New York
happened?
Giants.
Yeah, okay, but that doesn't help because John Harbaugh.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
John Harbaugh's but no, in that division, Andy Reid's the only offensive head coach. It's not like
That's true.
like Vic Fangio is a defensive coordinator. Like,
Hey, listen.
I'm just saying.
Those guys are gonna be able to go somewhere else. I was just glad to see Nagy go because he was just horrific with the Bears. It was just bad.
Not to interrupt, Kenny. I don't know if you saw the Duke line, 76-64 Duke.
Yeah,
What
I told
happened?
you guys. No, they
Wake
killed-
Forest +6
Trash.
did not hit.
Yeah,
That's what you had?
Yeah, I told them not to do it.
Why are you saying
Everyone check the chat.
within 6, bro? You're crazy.
Yep, I said Wake Forest
Crazy.
+6, and it did not hit.
I told them not
Not
to.
that guy.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. It's pretty fucked up. And that LSU number is not looking too hot either right now. Florida is on the come up. Oh, wait, never mind. There's a minute left. They're down by 5, so we should be good there.
Yeah, LSU was +2 when you got them, so you're good.
I got them at +3.
There you go, even better.
Yeah, I mean, boy, if y'all are watching, do we even have any viewers right now, Lawrence?
Yeah.
All right, if you're watching, mobile sports betting is where it's at. That's all I got to say. I'm addicted. Kenny's addicted. Phil looks like he's on the come up. His eyes are getting all. Look at them pupils. Yeah, he's definitely doing a little something. Lawrence has been addicted.
I was looking at it right now. I'm not gonna lie
Lawrence
to you.
been sending
I was
fucking
checking.
Bible pages long parlays for like 2 years on the IBTE chat.
I was checking. I'm
Like
like,
I'm looking, I'm looking at, I'm like, this dude's got a $5 parlay to win $180,000. He's got 25 leg
To the
parlay.
boom, baby. Let's go.
I'd be behind. Oh, damn, Corey, that's crazy. Yeah. Same with Florida. Florida can't bet either.
You gotta. I was gonna say you gotta.
every state Florida can't bet.
Yeah.
You guys gonna say you gotta look it up
is wild.
and see what's going on, like legal wise.
Yeah,
See if
we just got it, bro. Nah, VP, you can't do it. There's no. My brother lives in Jersey, where they've had mobile sports betting for forever, right? And I tried everything, bro. They won't let you sign up unless you can verify your location constantly on your phone. VPN will automatically shut the app off. If you have like a screen sharing service up, like I tried to use TeamViewer and get into my brother's computer in Jersey to place bets, it doesn't let you open the app. It's crazy. They have all like everything that you could think of. They have that shit fixed already. Like I was thinking of loopholes, and I was like, I thought for sure it would work. So what I thought I would do, I was like, all right, I'll screen share with my brother on Discord, and I'll watch him sign under my account. He'll just pick my pick. Nope, you can't even open the app if you have like a Zoom chat or Discord open. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts, bro. So if you're not in the area where you can bet, trust me, we feel your pain. Get a bookie.
Boys,
That's all I can
let's say a prayer
Not-
that Florida fouls LSU right now. I took LSU live at -7, and they're up by 6, and they got the ball. So please, Florida, foul them. Send them to the line.
64-58, 13 seconds left.
Yo, y'all are crazy, bro.
Do you see what this does to me? This is not good for my health.
Yeah, it's not good.
Just call the number.
Yeah, I've said it multiple times. I've said it multiple times to Kenny. I said, "Yo, Kenny, why is this shit legal? They should have made this shit illegal. This shit should not be fucking legal."
My
Do you see how we just stopped the podcast for it? This is
Yeah.
not good.
Yo, y'all out of pocket, bro.
Literally,
Oh, my
when I was looking
goodness.
down, I was checking off.
64-58, 2 seconds left, Kenny.
Ah!
All right, man.
And change
Come on.
subject.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do. Let's get back to the football talk. So, what are y'all thinking about? Pretty much awards. How y'all feeling right now? End of the year awards. Comeback. Was it? You got comeback player of the year.
Yep.
What you guys thinking?
Comeback player of the year. It's got to be Joe Burrow in my mind. I mean, Joe Burrow's a dark horse MVP candidate, so he's definitely got to be comeback player of the year.
I like Burrow too, but I've seen a lot of people saying Dak Prescott.
Yeah, it seems those two.
I think it should be Burrow, but you know who's going to win it, right?
Lawrence, you know how I feel about that, Lawrence. You know how I feel about that shit, man.
Yo, listen. Y'all
Say it with your chest.
I understand y'all hate the Cowboys. Like it is what it is. But
What's better stats,
Dak-
Burrow or
Dak came back.
yeah?
Burrow
He
does.
played all right this season.
There's my
He had
pick.
his moments though. He had his moments where it was tough.
Yeah, I got Burrow for that award.
Yeah, I like Joe Burrow, man.
Yeah.
I get like
I got Burrow as well. The division win.
he's
Just
that
put the icing on top.
guy.
Dallas are down 15. Fuck.
Who?
Fucking Mavericks are down 15.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Not good for Dallas money line.
Well, what I always say? It's a
And
game of runs.
Damn.
It's a
Dallas
game of
are
runs.
Dallas are down
Trademark.
20.
TM circle.
Dallas down 20.
Damn, they getting into him, but
Kenny,
what
who you have for a comeback?
yeah.
Burrow.
Yeah, he said Burrow.
Tragic. Gotcha.
Do CMC. Oh, no, actually, he's never back, so you can't.
Yeah,
he can't
yeah.
come back.
I think preseason I picked Saquon. But obviously that didn't
Yeah.
work out either because he was fucking
Yo,
trash.
Saquon, I got a message for you right here. Got a message for you, bro. Listen, if you want to play 10 years,
He
get
ain't
out
going-
of New York.
He ain't go.
Come
He
on,
ain't,
bro. Get out of New York.
He needs to get out of New York.
They don't love you.
Atrocious
They don't love you
offensive line.
like that. They don't love you like that. Get him out. Get him out of there, bro. You want to play for? You want to play for 10 years? You at what? What are you at? 4? 4. He broken right now. 4 or 5, something, whatever he's at. Bro, get up out of there, bro.
Yeah, he needs a break.
You got-
Defensive rookie of the year. I'm gonna go Micah Parsons.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Hands-
unanimous.
hands-
That's a lot.
hands
That's a
down.
lot.
Hands down. What about offensive rookie of the year?
Jamar
Gritty.
Chase.
Yeah. I'm
Unanimous.
going Chase. You would hope that he gets it, but it's usually a quarterback award.
Yeah, so I don't, man, it's tough.
If Mac Jones gets that fucking award, I'm gonna throw up.
Even I don't think he deserves it. To be honest.
No, right. The
Hey,
only
man.
the only saving grace I think it is that majority of media members did not project Mac Jones to be this successful, so they are
Yeah.
not going to reward him with the Rookie of the Year.
Corey, I've been
After they
hearing
all
that the
missed-
Giants are gonna get an O line for like 5 years now. Ever since they
Yeah.
drafted Saquon, they've been saying that we're gonna
Yeah,
get
I mean,
an O line.
I wanted to know what happened. Like, I wanted to be in the room once they fired those two. What was said?
Well, Gettleman wasn't fired. He
He retired. Yeah.
retired.
Retired. Okay, he's gonna be with the Bears next week or some shit.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what the streets are saying.
Streets are always reliable. Oh yeah. Just going back to that. Yeah. The last 3 or 4 games for Mac Jones definitely took him out of that rookie of the year and offensive rookie of the year conversation. So yeah, give it to Chase. He deserves more.
Yeah, I like Chase is balling this season. He's balling, man. He's doing this thing. He's unbelievable. He can make every play on the field. He can run every route. Strong hands. He can run through contact, run through traffic. He's
That
gonna be
Chiefs
a
game
special-
solidified it, to be honest.
The game
Yeah.
before that
60?
too. The Chiefs game and then the Ravens game.
Yeah, he's that guy.
I know everyone forgets how great that Ravens game was
Right.
because of how nuts T. Higgins went. But Chase went nuts too.
They all three of the guys went nuts. I mean, Joe Burrow had 550 yards in that game.
And Mixon.
So all of them.
Yep.
And that game was so crucial too.
Yeah.
That game was
That was
crucial.
that's what won them the division.
Yeah.
I mean, defensive player of the year, y'all know who I want to say, but because he
TJ.
tied that sack
TJ
record,
Watt.
it's gonna have to be TJ Watt.
And anyone who's saying he had an extra game to do it in versus Michael Strahan, I got two things to say for people saying that.
He did
One,
it in 15.
He did it in 15. And two, the NFL season used to be 12 games. Is anybody crying that Jim Brown is not the all-time rushing leader in the NFL because he only played 12 games? No. So why are we complaining that these guys are going to break the record now?
Because he would have probably shattered it.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
16.
saying. Like, so we really cannot use that argument that there's an
Right.
extra game now because Jim Brown only played 12.
Right.
O.J.
Also
Simpson
with,
only played 14.
also with TJ, there's a couple games that he left injured, so some games he didn't play fully, so that just helps his case even more.
Well, he better ice up, son, ice up this week because they need you. The most valuable player on his team.
What about
be
offensive
honest.
player of the year? What do you guys got?
Cooper. Triple
Jonathan-
crown.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta give it to
Yeah,
him.
Cooper Cup.
I'm gonna say Cooper Cup. He want me some money.
I'm gonna say Jonathan Taylor.
I'm obligated.
Oh,
Because I think where Neil's go, I think they're going to give it to Taylor, but no, I don't think so. Actually, Cup won the Triple Crown in receiving.
yeah, triple crown. That's the reason why.
That's
Also,
what
The
So
reason why I
the
say
last week of
Jonathan
the season-
Taylor is because Cooper Cup MVP. That's why. Cooper Cup MVP. Give him the award. He deserves that shit.
Did he play quarterback? I don't know that.
Fuck Tom Brady.
So he's the most valuable on your team?
Fuck yeah. Who obviously we ain't winning those games without him. He scored 17 touchdowns this year. He accounted for
Fuck Ramsey and Downey.
half. He accounted
Fuck
for
both of
half of Stafford's passing touchdowns.
Yeah, I know.
He's gonna finish the season with over 2,000 receiving yards. I mean, with playoffs.
He was like what,
Playoffs.
17, like 20 yards away from the record.
He was 18 yards away from the record, and then Stafford sold the bag.
Tragic. Interception.
I don't know. For me, leading the league in three different statistics when in a league that's
Crown.
in a league that's this competitive with these many skilled players at wide receiver. I mean, look at the guys he beat out, right? You're looking at Jamar Chase, you're looking at Devontae Adams, like you're looking at these guys that are,
Jefferson.
I mean, all of them, right? He beat all these guys, and you got a fourth round pick from Eastern Washington
My
University.
son Kenny still batting.
Oh, you caught me?
Got him. We saw the reflection.
Look at the notepad and then the phone and then
He's got it going on.
No days
Oh,
off.
man.
I feel real attacked right now.
What about you for MVP?
I probably got to go with that bad man from Green Bay.
Who is Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Mahomes didn't do enough.
But he's not gonna get it.
But it's not
Awesome.
the thing I don't understand is like this wasn't Aaron Rodgers' best year. It wasn't even better than his year last year.
So you.
That has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with.
I'm gonna say
because-
literally, you're the
what I
same
don't
person.
understand
No,
is-
listen. You're the same person like me that fights for LeBron James. Same thing. You shouldn't have to compete against yourself. And you say it all the time with Aaron Donald with Defensive Player of the Year. So Aaron Rodgers doesn't deserve MVP because it's not as good as an Aaron Rodgers year. If it's still better than the rest of the league, that doesn't matter.
Get him.
It wasn't better than the rest of the league. Tom Brady had 5,500 yards this year. It wasn't better than the rest of the league. Tom Brady led the league in passing yards. Tom
And
Brady had a
touchdowns,
better
right?
year.
No, valid point.
Touchdowns and yards?
I don't know how many touchdowns he had, but I know he
I think
had
number one in
5,400
touchdowns.
yards.
I mean, to me, it's possible between those two. We know it's not.
I think it's gonna go. My pick's Cooper Kupp. He had the most valuable season out of anybody that's over to mention. But I think it's gonna go to Tom Brady. So
Tom Brady had 5,300 yards.
How many touchdowns?
I don't even think Aaron Rodgers wasn't even top 4 in yards.
No, he wasn't even top 5.
Yeah,
We can't just But that's also because he missed games, which you can't take that into account. But I'm just saying, like, that would make a difference.
Tom Brady had. Let's see. What is? Damn, why can't they just give me a number? Oh, they're trying to show me the matchup between him and let's see. Hold on. Bear with me. He has God damn 43-12.
Almost 50.
My predictions for Matthew Stafford this year, I was a little off. I said he was going to go for 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He ended up going for 4,900 yards, 47 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions. I think he led the league in interceptions this year. Now I think he had 18 interceptions.
41 and 17.
Yikes.
Rodgers?
No, that's Stafford.
41 touchdowns, 17 interceptions.
Yeah.
Go Rodgers.
Little off with that, but
67. It is his highest completion percentage year though.
Yep. He led the league.
He tied his 2015.
And he led the league in QBR, and he led the league in fourth quarter passing rating.
Well, I get it for him.
It's a passing league though.
It is a passing league. Unless you're Jonathan Taylor or Derrick Henry.
Why did I put this bet in?
Uh-oh.
Whatever it is, it's looking good. I got half of it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers for MVP as well.
So Neil, we're gonna go before we go into the playoff matchups and everything like that. Listen, Rams, fuck the Rams.
You cost me my playoffs.
I was just getting my haircut.
They ain't cost the playoffs.
I was just getting my haircut.
Yeah,
There's a Saints fan that's a barber. He was talking to shit to me.
Yeah, you had a whole bunch of games to get in the playoffs, but god damn, man.
Yeah.
17 points?
Guess what? In a roundabout way, the Falcons still kept y'all out of the playoffs.
Oh my goodness.
If you beat them,
listen.
Everything isn't about you, Kenny.
Oh, but it is.
Okay, everything isn't about
you.
But it is.
If you don't allow for Daryl Patterson to get that 64-yard completion to set up a Younghoe Koo game-winning field goal, you go to the playoffs, right or wrong. Phil, isn't that one more win?
Hold on,
Neil, isn't that one more win?
Hold on, Kenny. Hold on.
Right?
If you want to talk about what ifs, I can go. You want me to get my notepad out?
I'm just saying. That's a very.
Do you want me to get my notepad out?
I mean, you could.
Jameis Winston rolling out to the left, going towards the numbers, getting hit by Levante David, and his knee snaps.
Yeah.
Turning point for the season.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I'm not playing what ifs. I'm just talking about the Rams 49ers game. This has nothing to do with the Falcons, okay? This has nothing to do with the Falcons.
At the end of the day,
This has nothing to do with the Falcons.
To the Falcons.
We just taxed you with the bottom five offense. We put 30 points up on your head.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Next to each other on the couch this week.
No. Nah, I got a recliner. You feel me? You got the fold up. You got the fold up joints.
TJ, I just want to add to that. TJ Watt had more sacks than the whole Falcons team.
That's
right.
A fact.
Talk about it.
Because
talk about it.
Can we just talk about how bad the scouting department is? Because the year we drafted Vic Beasley, we could have drafted Bud Dupree because they had him in for interviews all week. They said, "No, we'll take Vic Beasley. He's safer pick." Yeah, okay. And then the year that we drafted Tack McKinley, we could have drafted T.J. Watt. We literally could have had the Steelers pass rush and said, "Nah." Vic Beasley and Tack McKinley are call
up New Orleans and give some pointers.
Well, that's why
they get D linemen.
That's why we hired Terry Fontenot from New Orleans, so we're good.
Listen, the D lineman is like in New Orleans rotation like 6'7".
That's why we got your boy Terry Fontenot from New Orleans. Now we're gonna be good. It is what it is.
They know how to go get D linemen. They're gonna probably get another one this year. But the Rams 49ers game, bro, like. No, what is it about the 49ers?
I don't know.
Kyle Shanahan?
Nah, they just
Kyle Shanahan? No, Sean McVay has never beat him.
Rockabye.
Bro, as I'm just watching the game, like there's one play that stuck out to me.
They're up at the half.
Is Ramsey? Well, I'm not gonna say he can't do nothing with him.
But he can't do nothing with him.
But What was old boy doing on the one play where he's lurking? He's supposed to guard
don't
the
know.
only receiver Jimmy throws to.
I have no idea what he was doing there. I think he was baiting him for a pick. I don't know. I looked like he was
that shit was so crucial in the
it
game.
looked like obviously they led up to those 55 yards and they get a touchdown the 2 plays after. But yeah, I mean it looked kind of like what he did against Russell with DK, except DK or Russell threw a lob ball instead of a bullet pass. So he got away with that. So he thought he could get away with this. Whatever it was, it didn't work. I think I'll let it slide because of the interception that he made earlier. I mean, that's one of the craziest fucking interceptions that you'll ever see in your life, right? But, I mean, other than that, we can't beat the 49ers, man. They are our kryptonite. They run the ball hard as fuck. They run the ball 30 times. We can't stop the run. The Rams have the worst linebackers for run defense ever. We have never been able to draft linebackers, and that's why. And not to mention, they fucked us up physically. We have no starting cornerback. 2 starting safeties are gone. And Matthew Stafford hurt his toe. Leonard Floyd hurt his knee. So we're going into the playoffs very beat down and bruised. And for anybody that doesn't know the news, we did just bring Eric Weddle out of retirement to come play safety. He's 37 years old. He hasn't played football in 750 days. But when he did play for us, he was top 9. He was number 9 safety in the league.
What year?
2018.
Okay. In 2022.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, he's fresh. He's fresh.
He's not fresh. We're not gonna do
He's
this.
fresh.
He's not fresh.
He's not fresh. Yo, you play in the league. You play in the league for over a decade, crunching people's.
He's fresh.
No, he's not.
He is fresh. The only reason why he retired is because he hurt his ankle. If he didn't hurt his ankle, he would have probably still played.
How could you say that in the same sentence? He's fresh, but
750 days, Lawrence.
His ex, bro. Okay, you talk to any player in the NFL when they get done, their bodies are fucked up, bro. No matter how long they sit out. Go look at his. I want you to go look at his injuries if you've ever had any.
Yeah, just the ankle injury. And
a bunch of there's something that we may not even know about.
And a bunch of concussions. Okay.
That's every player in the league.
That's a fact. Yeah, you're hilarious. All right, man. Let's get to these playoff matchups, man. So we can wrap it up here, so Kenny can get to this betting because my man is over.
Kenny is focused.
My man is like this and shit.
I'm good now.
He's itching. He is itching.
All right, man. So
I got the game out. We're good. I can go for another hour and a half. What up?
All right, so let's get right to it.
Out of here.
Let's get right to it. Bills and Pats, man. What y'all got? Talk to me. What's going on?
Oh, you know who I'm going with, and it's going right there. Phil, we're going Pats, baby. The Bills stink. Pats.
Yes, they do. Yes,
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Listen, man, I got the Patriots, man. It's gonna come down to this. I feel like old boy is gonna get to running, and he's gonna get turnovers because he don't need to be running the ball, and that's how I think the Patriots win from getting turnovers. I think that's how they win.
Also, Josh Allen doesn't turn the ball over when he runs. It's when he throws it.
They're on the
Hey,
run.
man.
No, I know what he's saying. He's going to run the ball, and they're going to try to force turnovers by punching it. But Kenny's right. He doesn't really, if he fumbles it, it's usually because he's scrambling out of the pocket. He's not really downfield fumbling. But I think Lawrence is right that they're going to cause problems for him. I think they're going to pressure him.
Yep.
I think honestly, I don't know what they're going to do because it's supposed to be like negative 10 degrees when they play this game. So who knows? They can't run the ball. So we might see another Mac Jones 2 passing attempts.
Devin Singletary had the past 3 weeks. They've given him the ball way more.
He has been pretty good.
Right.
I mean, I think this is gonna be the best game of the weekend.
But it's the playoffs. All of that is gonna.
Yeah.
They're gonna go over reliable.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, you the running back.
Classic cold weather game. It's gonna be fun, and no one plays no one plays well in good weather like a Bill Belichick-led team. So very excited for that.
Yep.
Do you think that if the Pats come out and say we're just gonna run the ball 45 times again, like that, the Bills let that happen?
The Bills will be ready for it this time. I think they're gonna do very more. Yeah, it's gonna be more competitive than the first very cold game from them. So I got the Patriots winning by maybe a 1 possession. It's gonna be very close.
Yeah, no, because I've seen people say, "Oh, cold weather game, it's going to be a repeat of the first time."
Yeah,
Now, if the Patriots come out and legit hand the ball off 40 times and the Bills can't respond to that, they need to fire everybody and trade everybody. Nobody should be on that team.
We've seen this before. Let's just know.
Running in that weather hit different, boy.
Yeah, you know,
Right.
I
Hey,
just to change over to a different game. I did see some shit today that just fucking absolutely blew my mind. And of course it's this idiot Nick Wright that we always talk about, right? One of the dumbest men in sports.
I'm
talking
so
about
upset with them.
talking about how playing the Pittsburgh Steelers is better than getting
And
a bye.
week.
That's what he said.
Yes.
He
He
said
said
it's
you
better.
get your
He said
cardio in.
it's a warm-up game. We get some cardio in. Patrick Mahomes can loosen his arm up. Not to mention you have to play against TJ Watt, who has 22 and a half sacks.
Free tape for the Steelers.
Cam Hayward, who
tape.
might be one of the most disruptive interior linemen that we have.
In the last decade.
Definitely
Right,
one
in
of the
the
most
last decade,
underrated
right.
and one of the most underrated defensive players of all time, and Cam
Facts.
Hayward.
Yeah,
Minka
he's really, really
Fitzpatrick
good.
in the back.
You've got now, granted, like I said at the beginning of the show, historically and analytically, the worst offense to ever make the playoffs. But you still have Ben Roethlisberger, who's been there before. Najee Harris is there. He's healthy. Deontay Johnson is in. He's healthy. You know, Freiermuth is coming along. So
Wait for it to get his head out of that.
If the offensive line that's ranked 32nd in the league, by the way, there's 32 teams, and the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line is ranked 32nd. If they can put any semblance of an offensive line together for this game, you never know what can happen. But
I'm so glad you segued here because my hot take for the week
here we go.
is Steelers money line.
Nobody bet that.
Yeah, don't
Hot
bet that.
take.
Nobody
Hot
fucking
take.
bet that.
Don't bet
they're
that.
gonna cover first.
Don't bet that.
But no, I think
Do
the
not
Steelers,
bet that.
Yeah, don't bet it because I don't want anyone to complain. But my hot take is that
But Kenny told me from IBTE Sports. Bet money line. Here's the clip right here.
We gonna be getting messages and shit.
No, but listen, the Steelers, but they have nothing but now tape. Everybody's picked against them. You got Nick Wright saying you're better than a bye week. Like Neil said, Ben Roethlisberger is not the Ben Roethlisberger he used to be, but he's been there how many times? He knows what to do. That defense is good. I don't know. It's what was the line? Last I checked, it was like by double digits. Kansas City 12.5. That's disrespectful. This is a playoff game.
There's gonna be, but the thing is, there's gonna be one blowout in the playoffs. There always is.
It's gonna be the 49ers. It's gonna be the Rams and Cardinals.
But it's not
Cardinals gonna knock the Rams out of there.
And let's remember, last time the Steelers were in the playoffs, the Browns embarrassed them. You think they're gonna come out again and lay an egg?
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
And
listen,
the
these
Steelers
dinosaur quarterbacks going out bad in the offs before they leave. So,
I mean, like it is.
hopefully, Big Ben don't go out bad.
And the Steelers lost 36-10 to the Chiefs earlier this year. You don't think that plays in the back of? These are all things that are going to be playing these dudes' heads when they play them this weekend.
We gonna see, man. I listen. Me personally, I think it's gonna be a possession game.
The Knicks are blowing the Mavs out.
Yo, listen. Stay
30
focused.
points.
Stay focused. All right. Jeez, who you got for this game, bro?
I got Dallas money line.
Oh my gosh.
I got Kansas City, but I think maybe like 10 points.
Kenny, you see what I meant when I said in the chat earlier today? This is exactly what I meant. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this off air, okay? But this fucking guy, bro.
Uh-oh.
Who you got?
I got KC by.
Neil's getting called to
by
the principal's
7.
office.
I already knew this was gonna happen. This fucking guy. What do you guys got for the 49ers and Cowboys?
I got 49ers by a field goal.
49ers by a field goal?
I got San Fran in one possession.
I think this is the blowout game. I got Niners by 2 possessions.
Ooh.
Jeez. In Jerry's world too.
Damn, that'd be fucking
The
crazy.
disrespect.
Already.
Yeah.
Already
Oh my.
you got
Yo,
all the Dallas,
people are gonna fucking go crazy if they get blown out
bro,
at home.
You got all the Dallas people already saying the same shit. Please do not sell tickets to 49ers fans. because they are traveling and they are going to pack that stadium. Matthew Stafford said in the post-game interview, he said, I couldn't hear a fucking thing. Not quote word for word, but he said we couldn't hear because the 49ers fans came to the fucking SoFi Stadium and 70,000 people, there must have been 55,000 fucking 49ers fans in there. That's no lie. Sean McVay said it. He was like, 49ers fans the fans made it hard for us. Obviously, it was a home game. So now you got Cowboys Twitter, Cowboys Instagram, Cowboys, all the beat writers, everything. Please do not sell your tickets to 49ers fans.
So is that the new Levi Stadium?
Oh yeah. Everywhere they go, their fans go all over.
Well, because it's the Niners, Cowboys,
Legendary,
and Steelers are 3
90s.
Historic franchises, so they have fans all over the country. Like they're not even traveling.
Right.
Like they just have fans in every city in the country.
Right.
From the Jerry Rice days and all that.
Well,
shit.
and San Francisco is not far from LA, so.
Oh yeah, right. In that case, but
they could drive there. It's crazy, but yeah, I think it's gonna be probably one of the better games of the weekend. And obviously I hope the 49ers don't win, but I'm kind of torn here because I fucking hate the Cowboys, and nothing would prove my point that I've been saying all year long than a nice first round exit. So,
I think this can go either way. I think this is definitely going to be one of the toughest games to pick. But I think it's going to come down to Dak being able to get the ball to the playmakers. If he can get the ball to CD a little bit more than he has in the past couple weeks, I think he'll be fine. With Michael Gallup, what happened to him? He tore his knee?
Yeah, he's out.
He's out rest of the year.
Damn. I just saw a clip.
Yeah, he had a touchdown against the Cardinals and then.
Oh. Obviously, tragic for him. It's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
But for Dallas, like Cedric Wilson has emerged. Like
Yeah,
Cedric
that's true.
Wilson is no
Good.
slouch. Like
Yeah,
literally, like what this proved to them is we don't have to pay Michael Gallup this offseason, and we'll be okay.
Yep, that's true. That's true. So now I think, man, to pick a side, I kind of want to pick the 49ers so then they can see the Rams and then exit them later. But I'm gonna go. I think it'll come down to a field goal with the Cowboys winning. I think they'll survive for one more week, and then they'll get bounced when the ante is up the following week. So everybody pick.
Kenny, did you pick yours?
Yeah, I said the Niners won by 2 possessions.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, what about the Bengals and the Raiders?
This will be the closest game of the weekend.
I agree with that. I'm gonna go Bengals by a point.
I'm gonna go Bengals by a field goal.
Everything in me wants to say Cincy. Like everything wants to say Cincy.
They got it. Listen, this is a moment for them.
That's right. That's what I'm
Put
saying.
the respect. Like this is put the respect on our team. Young cats across the board.
I'm going. I think I'm going Cincy.
It's nothing but youth on that team.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is a 10-point game either.
I think they go out there and they put it on the Raiders.
Yeah,
I think 2 possessions.
I think that the Raiders winning that game to get into the playoffs, I think that exhausted a lot out of them, and I think like for them, like they overcame the mountain. Like we made the playoffs. Like woo.
Is Joe Mixon active?
I don't see why not.
He should be.
And
Darren Waller is finally sort of healthy to play for the Raiders, so it's a bonus.
ESPN is saying 70% or 67% for Cincy. And Cincy has basically a touchdown favorite pretty much.
Yeah, Cincy it is.
Yeah, I just like Cincy. I think that they're going to be too much.
What about you, Neil?
I already picked Cincy.
Cincy by 1, I think he said, yeah.
Yeah, Cincy by a point.
Then the last game. Well, we got 2 more. My fault.
3 more. No, yeah, 2 more.
2 more. Eagles and Bucs, man.
I'm gonna go Bucs by 14.
Bucs by 14? Is that simple?
Yeah. I mean, the Eagles are gonna have to fight back.
Eagles can't even pass the ball. I just
getting healthy too, so
Fournette's
back.
So when you're a running team,
Shaq Barrett activated. So
when you're a running team and you go into the playoffs, possessions get harder and harder through the game. You don't get as many. There's no next week. You can't run the ball when the other team that you're playing has a quarterback that's going to throw it 45 times, and he's going to complete 65% of his passes, which means if you run the ball all day and don't get first downs, don't win third downs, you're probably going to be behind in the game. So I got the Bucs because the Eagles can't pass. At least I don't think they can pass.
I got the Bucs, but I got the Bucs in a game that's closer than you guys are saying. The last time that they played each other, which was this year, the Bucs only beat them by 6 points, and that was one of Philly's worst offensive games of the year. Hurts only threw for 115, Sanders ran for 56, and their leading receiver only had 44 yards. I don't see that happening again. I just don't see that. I can't. You're in the playoffs now. The Eagles have gotten way better since week 6. Let's be real. Beginning of the year, we were very off the Eagles. I can't go as far as saying I'm going to pick the Eagles to win, but I think that this one is going to be just like last year where Tampa Bay ran into Washington in the first round and almost got bounced. I think that Philly is going to scare Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm going Tampa Bay maybe by a touchdown or less.
All right. And then the last game is the Rams and the Cardinals. Neil, who you got?
Rams by 2 touchdowns. Coming off a heartbreaking, devastating loss. I think they're going to come out inspired. I think Matt Stafford's going to come out and show everybody.
Is that devastating?
It's a devastating loss.
How?
Is JJ
You're
Watt
up 17.
We're up 17-0 against a team we never beat.
Yeah, so how's it? It's not devastating if you lose
in overtime.
To begin with. If you can't beat them, it's not devastating. It's not devastating if you can't beat them. I'm still salty. I'm just that's all. Listen, don't take. I'm joking. Okay, I'm joking.
But we gotta just. I mean, like that. That was devastating.
It was devastating. And you get you're up. You're up by that many points. You're up by a touchdown. The 49ers had a .001% chance to win the game, and they won the game. So there you go. I think they're going to come in, inspired. I think Matt Stafford. I think he's going to. Listen, this is it for him, right? Like every game now is a legacy game for him. Every single game from this point on, he's never won a playoff game. He can't show up in big moments. Every time we fucking see it, the same thing happens, right? Games on the line against the 49ers. What's he do? So sells the bag, underthrows Odell. That is a sealed, signed, and delivered throw. That's game, set, match right there.
So you got Rams 2 possessions.
And I think he's gonna come out. Cam Akers is looking good. I think we're gonna come out. We're gonna run the ball well. We're gonna set play action. I think Aaron Donald's gonna get 2.5 sacks, maybe more. I'm looking at a Ramsey pick. Eric Weddle might make himself known a little bit. I'm going Rams by two possessions.
His leg might break when he goes to blitz.
He's gonna need that gas oxygen tank.
His leg might break, bro.
They're gonna have two oxygen tanks on the side.
It's gonna be run, Forrest, run.
Shut the fuck up.
And listen, he gonna run into the backfield and his brace is gonna break off like Forrest Gump.
I hope he gets a pick six. I hope he gets a pick six just to shut your ass up.
He might fall on his face.
Like Daniel Jones.
I'm going with the Rams.
Okay. Any reasoning?
I said that the Rams were going to go to the Super Bowl early in the year.
Gotta stick to it.
I gotta stick to it.
Gotta see it through.
I gotta see it through. The only way I might change if they get to the conference championship against Green Bay, but we'll see when that gets there, how I'm feeling that day. But until then, I'm going with the Rams.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams as well. I just don't trust the Cardinals' offense as of right now, so I'm gonna go with the Rams as well.
After last week, I'm going with the Cardinals, man. Cardinals for the win. They're gonna find a way. I think so. Seriously though. I think.
Biased opinion?
No. I think fantasy's over with.
Oh no,
we're talking bias because they broke.
That's what you're saying. Yeah.
Nah. I'm just joking. I need like 24 more hours. 24 more.
He made that pick.
I'll be over. I'll be over it by tomorrow.
Once again,
because I'll be in Florida tomorrow at 12:30. So Get me there tomorrow. I'm gonna be in 80-degree weather, and then I'm gonna forget about all that. But nah, I think the Cardinals come out and find a way. I think this is an important game for Kyler too. Because
Who's got more playoff wins, Kyler Murray or Matthew Stafford?
Well, yeah, this is Kyler's first playoff game.
Yeah.
Is JJ Watt playing?
They don't think so.
Bro, do you listen to some of the shit you be saying?
They have the same amount of playoff wins.
That. Okay, let me calm down.
Pray.
Cause Kenny, if I said some shit like that, you be jumping on me right now.
But you can't reason with him, so I'm not gonna try to.
Listen. I respect that though. I respect that. You say you're unreasonable.
That's true.
Yeah, we know, but but Matthew Stafford's been playing since 2009, since we walked into high school.
The Rams own the Cardinals.
That would have been a better statement.
Both statements are true.
Okay.
Like Stanford.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, that's the last game. Last game. Oh man, I'm ready for this weekend. No more regular season. All these games matter. People are going the fuck home.
Win or go home.
People with their teams in the playoffs, if they fucking lose, you get to hear them just shut the fuck up for the rest of the season until the off season comes. It's gonna be nice. But that's how it goes. Any last words from you guys?
I had 10 plus bets in tonight, and I lost every single one. That's all I gotta say. The Dallas Mavericks have completely sold me.
That's it, bro. That shit tough. That shit tough, bro.
Yeah.
You saw Neil's like progression happen through the night. You knew when his bet started going bad because he went from having so much to say to Bengals by a point, Rams by 2 touchdowns, Cowboys by a field goal.
Yep. That's it for me.
Real pain, real suffering.
Better stop playing that Drake.
You can live watch when Neil's bets die through this podcast.
I die,
bro. Oh my goodness. You know what? We're gonna wait until then. So, what about you, Phil? What you got? It's your last words, man.
Yep. We had a bunch of sports going on right now. NBA is starting to heat up a little bit. Playoff football, college basketball, a lot of other stuff. So stay tuned. Check everything. Bets, non-bets, your favorite teams, your haters' favorite teams. Just enjoy the sports while we can.
Yes, sir. And I just want to say one, since you brought up the fantasy, your boy is low key rolling over there in the Yahoo, just a little bit. Just hold on. My team is rolling. Shout out to KD for putting the team on his back. Shout out to Kuzma for putting the team on his back.
Ben Simmons Rookie of the Year.
No. We off that. We not self-proclaimed. We coming for all the money.
20 points.
We're coming for all that. Who's Knicks 2022 champs?
Connor Cole.
Yeah, he's getting mollywop 9-0. 9-0. That worked. I just beat somebody 9-something last week too. But
not me.
I think everybody just be consistent. Keep following your dreams. And if you're a Falcons fan, fuck you.
What about Kenny?
That's my last words, man.
That's what he does.
Nah, Kenny's gonna. I'm gonna give him his last words. Kenny, go ahead. That's why I wanted to go first.
I'm so disappointed because I came at him all week. Because even after beating us, they still couldn't make the playoffs. So all that effort was for nothing. But
for
I just
what?
want to tell people, don't be like Neil. Look at him over there. He's so upset with himself. He's so devastated. Like, don't be like Neil.
All day. Ding, 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 ding. Screenshot.
No, I had some great cards tonight, too.
Let me tell you, Neil is the clear example of why you don't pay other people to look at their bets.
And bet your own shit.
Yes, because Neil invested money to look at some professional bettors, and look, he put in 10 bets tonight, and they're all dead.
Real pain.
Not all the bets were for them though.
No, right,
But you know what the lock of the night is? Listen, lock of the night, Dixie State, Cal Baptist over 150. That's locked. All right.
Okay.
We still got that going for us.
Where's Dixie State?
Utah.
Kenny, what you got, man? What's your last words?
I mean, I just gave it. I thought. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm fucking done with these last words. All right.
What else do you want me to say?
IBT,
Yo, listen, hold on. No. Get up out here. We're not doing this. You do this every week, bro.
Bring
You
it
do
back.
this every week. You do this every week.
Hello?
Every week.
Lawrence a bitch? Yeah, I know.
I don't care who you call. But anyway, man, Neil, just recover, man. Just be happy.
Fight back, Neil. Fight back with your bank account. Fight back.
Everybody keep doing their thing, man. Want to thank these guys for being consistent with me yet another week. We're gonna be back next week. And just everything like that. IBTE Sports Podcast is up out of here.
Yer.
We appreciate you. We up out of here.
Peace.